Well, each year, as the best IndyCar drivers in the world compete for the Indy 500 title, millions of people turn their attention to Indianapolis.
One of my favorite events of the entire year. Do they pay attention? The Indianapolis Motor Speedway, actually not located in Indianapolis at all. To explain, we're joined by WISH TV's Nina Criscolo live this morning with more on the Indianapolis 500. Good morning, Nina.
Good morning, Casey and Amy. The sign here does read Indianapolis Motor Speedway, but it sits in the center of Speedway, Indiana. It's a small town with a quaint but revitalized Main Street where racing is everything.
Month of May is the best month ever. It's like Christmas for race fans.
Speedway's Lynn Atkinson is one of the thousands here who lives and breathes racing.
Just Team Penske all the way.
You can see his support right on his front porch. Others deck out their porches with checkered flags and other racing decor, with the sights and sounds of the track just steps away.
I can hear it from my bed.
On race day, upwards to 400,000 people gather in and outside the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. It becomes the second largest city in Indiana. Many not even realizing it's within a small town of just 12,000 people.
Speedway is a town within the city of Indianapolis. We're completely surrounded by the city.
Almost like the Vatican City of racing, but instead of a pope, there's town manager Jacob Blasdell.
This is my first month in the job, but I can already tell you and see how much planning goes into this.
The partnership between IMS and the town of Speedway is vital to making the race run smoothly, and racing supports the town's economy year-round. Former drivers have opened up businesses, and there's even a boutique, Three Sisters in a Trunk, that sells only checkered clothing for the month of May.
Right here in Speedway, we love it.
But the town and track leaders can't do it alone. It's the people who call Speedway home who fill in the gaps, from being track workers called yellow shirts to providing parking on their own front lawn.
My property's fairly decent size for Speedway. I reserve most of my driveway for motorcycles. I park cars. I let people camp.
It's a community effort led by, supported by, and made for fans to enjoy the greatest spectacle in racing right here in Speedway, Indiana. A little history for you. The Indianapolis Motor Speedway does predate the town of Speedway. The track was built in 1909. It wasn't until 17 years later that the original landowners decided to build a residential area to complement the industrial development here. Now the town of Speedway has its own police department and school system. The high school mascot is actually the Spark Plugs.
All right, thank you so much, Nina. Great report. So interesting to learn more about the town that surrounds the Speedway and, of course, the mascot. We've both been to the races there.
Yeah, it is amazing. You have this 2.5-mile oval track, and it is literally cut right in the middle of a residential area. And so, you know, when we went, we parked right there in the front yard of a person's house, paid some money, and you walk right out there. It's truly a spectacle and exciting Memorial Day weekend. There in Indianapolis, or should I say Speedway, Indiana, home of the Spark Plugs.
Isn't that cool?
That's so cool.
That is very fun. And you make relationships with the people that have those homes. We had a lot of fun as we all walked to the track together, and different than Bristol Motor Speedway.
Oh, without
totally
a doubt.
Different
2.5 miles, 250,000 people. It's a spectacle to say the least.
All right.